Hello everybody, today we're going to be playing Plague Inc. We're going to play a new plague type today called nanovirus. And I actually already tried the nanovirus and unfortunately it didn't go too well. What ended up happening was I actually ended up infecting most of the world except for Canada, and I got Canada down to about maybe 100-something thousand people left uninfected, but at that point the infected were dying faster than we were infecting healthy people. So the infection ended up dying out, and even though everyone else on Earth were succumbing to our disease, the Canadians, the few that were left, were pretty resilient and they held on, and that was the end of that. And I gotta say that a nanovirus is actually pretty challenging. I would put it first ahead of the virus now. I would say the virus was actually probably the most challenging one before this one. And the reason why the nanovirus is so challenging is because your disease is pretty much spotted from the get-go. The country's already researching how to defeat your disease, so you can't really go with the usual strategy of removing any symptoms and just making your disease more and more infectious and wait until you infect the whole world and then turn up the symptoms and kill everyone, because the world already know your disease is there and they're already working on it. So you have to start working on things to slow down their cure research while at the same time trying to infect the whole world and try to kill everyone. That's a weird thing to say, try to kill everyone in the world. But anyways, we're gonna get started and try this again. And these are just some of these modifications that I'm using for this one. They're just the ones that were unlocked as I played through all the other plague types. So there's nothing too special about them. I didn't purchase any of the other ones, so I can't say if maybe the other modifications would be more helpful than the ones I'm using. Right now I'm just trying to win this game. So I think for this game I'm always tempted to go after the most populous and the most not so developed nations, and they usually end up being India or China. I mean, once you get your disease in there, you pretty much are guaranteed to infect at least 1-point-something billion people just in that country, and that's why those are so attractive for me. But I think for this game, maybe I will instead try South Africa. Yeah. So he started infecting South Africa. And look at these jets already flying around. And you can tell that the cure is already on the way. Oh my goodness. It's already 5% done. We are in a race against time. So, yeah, you could tell countries are working on the cure. Time is just running out fast for us. Okay, so let's take a look at what people are doing for the cure. The priority for the cure is already at maximum. We have the key contributors, these developed nations. Yeah, so this is a pretty intense plague type. It gets noticed instantly. So but regardless, my first priority is still to go after transmission upgrades. I think it doesn't really matter if we try to slow down the cure if we don't infect enough people. So, oh boy, they're just kicking our disease's ass. They're already almost a quarter of the way there. So yeah, you could tell that this one's pretty challenging. They're quarter done with the cure. And this is just by default because, I mean, there's no symptoms of our disease just yet. And no one's dying, coughing, or anything, so... yeah, somehow, news got out. So, these are the special abilities of our disease, and they actually slow down the research. So, I think I'm gonna start investing in some of these. Oh, that's funny. That's good news. So, let me do the order, which, oh, missing one DNA point. Now we got it. So yeah, let's just start hoping that our disease starts spreading pretty soon. And I guess the good part about our disease already being noticed is that we don't need to worry about suppressing any symptoms. So we can just, whatever symptoms mutate, they can just go at it. And actually, let me take a look at symptoms, because I may just want to add coughing and sneezing to the symptoms just to get them start spreading quickly. So you got disease that can be spread through the air as well as the water, and then you have a bunch of coughing and sneezing people everywhere, hopefully. And this should get things rolling pretty quickly, and it's already spreading. So that's good news. Yeah. So let's see what it's going to take for Air 2 upgrade. That's going to be 16 DNA points. And looks like, oh, we're in Europe. That's great. So I am debating between, I think I'm gonna, it's spreading so quickly, I think that it's not gonna be a problem. I'm just gonna give it some drug resistance. This way, hopefully the disease can start spreading in Europe and start hitting Iceland and Greenland as soon as possible. Because the last thing we want to do is be worried about fighting off the cure while also not being able to infect Greenland because they closed their ports. And it's in South America. That's awesome. So we are hitting 3 major continents, and I can't imagine that India, China won't get it sooner or later. So right now we're just more or less worried about, and you could tell it's heading to Saudi Arabia. Awesome. So that's that. We're in Brazil, Japan. Madagascar is infected. So, and another continent, Australia. We're in pretty good shape. So the good thing about our disease is at least it infects pretty quickly. Yeah, so that's really good. And we're gonna have to start fighting the cure right now. We're gonna have to go to battle with the cure because they're already almost halfway there. So our disease is getting noticed, I guess with the cyst symptom, but I don't know what else they're gonna do about our disease because it's already they're already at full max priority in finding the cure for our disease. So, and we're in Egypt. Looks like excellent. We got India. That means we're gonna have 1 billion people. Plus, they're gonna get pretty sick soon. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna speed this up a little bit. Let's get this thing going. we are just popping all over the place. Russia is infected. And let me just... I think as far as transmission goes, it's pretty successful, but I do want to get some cold weather. Or maybe... yeah, I think maybe I'll just invest in this for now, and the next one I'm going to invest in is the cold weather. So it does get more challenging trying to pop these bubbles when when you're going at fast forward speed. So okay, the Olympics back on, so hopefully it gets spread over some more. I'm going to get the frost add-on, and we can maybe go for level 2, because I don't want a repeat of what happened with Canada last time. Canada's pretty resilient. Cold weather nations are generally pretty resilient to diseases, it seems like. So it's important to get them going in those countries. And we're in Iceland. That's great. We're just missing... we might be missing some Southeast Asian island nations, like Philippines or Indonesia. But I'm more worried about getting into Greenland because it's a cold weather country. And the population just isn't that big, and there's just not enough people going in there. So... looks like Indonesia is infected. And Guinea is also infected. So we're in pretty good shape. We just need to get Greenland in there. Let me get this going. And let's get this going. And let's get this going. And let's get this going. Yeah, we're gonna go after this cure. That's great. The Nordic countries are also some tough countries to infect. So it's good that they're great. They're getting more and more symptoms. Go nuts. As long as they don't kill people right away, we're okay. Yeah, so Greenland still has its... oh man. Oh, they're up to 52%. Dang it. So Greenland still has its ports open, so that's good for us. And we just need we need more of these Nordic nations getting infected, so hopefully to bring something over to Greenland. And let me just get these things going. So we're at over a year for the cure. That's good news for us. I'm going to invest in more transmissions. Okay, so there we go. Is Finland? I think Finland's already infected. Yep. So we're in good shape. It doesn't really matter, it's on the watch list. Everyone already knows about this disease. Yes! We are officially in Greenland. They are in some trouble now. This is really, really awesome. Cool. So we're just gonna save up some of the points now to get some more harmful symptoms when we infect more of Canada and more of Greenland. Looks like people are dying from our disease, but not much at all. So we gotta take care of these blue beakers that are popping up. Oh no, people are dying a little bit too quickly, I don't want that. So, the fever can be fatal. I'm gonna keep an eye on Canada. As long as the infected population is growing, I'm gonna continue allowing people to die. Threat level increased. Interesting. And yeah, it's growing. I don't think Canada's gonna get away this time. I just got a little bit too greedy the last time by trying to take care of killing the world a little bit too quickly. This time I'm gonna wait until everyone's infected, because I doubt they can get the cure going before, or get the cure finished before I finish. And yeah, so everyone here, there are no healthy people left. We are in excellent shape. We are now going to bring down some pain for the world. We are going to cause some havoc. Immune suppression. Alright. So now people are gonna really start dying. And it's just a matter of time at this point. Great, even more symptoms. We're in really good shape. So countries are starting to break down, and the cure is just, it's not gonna happen. And we're getting a lot of these DNA points, so let me put them into... We don't need this to be more effective, because everyone's already infected. I'm thinking which one of these may be good for us. I guess this one's potentially lethal, but it's targeting the poorer nations. I feel like the poorer nations are not my priority anyway, because they don't have the resources to fight off diseases as well as developed countries. So I'm more about, like, you know, these things that go after let's do some inflammation. Okay. So pretty much this game is pretty much over. I gotta say, the game was initially pretty challenging. It felt like we were in some deep trouble right off the bat, because the cure was just being found at a really quick rate, and we were trying to infect everybody while at the same time trying to fight off the cure, and worrying that maybe our disease wouldn't get to Greenland, Iceland. And the good thing about this plague type is that it's really infectious. I mean, you almost don't need to invest in anything to make it super infectious and have it just spread like wildfire. So the points that we were forced to spend on making sure that the cure doesn't happen, it's offset by how infectious this disease is. So that's the balance of this plague type, I guess. So even though it's more challenging than maybe the other types, it's still pretty reasonable. And I like how it pushes the pace. It forces us to really step our game up and get everybody infected and get this game done as quickly as possible. So I'm just gonna add some more of these just to hurry up and finish off these last few humans. Yep. I wonder where the last people on Earth is. I wonder who the last person's gonna die is. So there's no one alive in anywhere anymore. Brazil. Where's the rest? Alrighty. So let's take a look at this. Infectivity. Wow, I actually peaked and then came back down. I wonder where that is. Healthy, infected, dead. Looks good. And yeah, so that was our effort to fight the cure requirement, or to up the cure requirement and fight the research. And we were pretty successful at that, so I'm pretty happy about it. And yeah, so I guess that's it. Alright guys, so thanks a lot for watching this video. I think I'm going to make another video on the last plague type. I'm curious about what's going to be special about it, because I really do enjoy this game. I highly recommend you guys get this game, and it's only $1 on the App Store, and there's so much replayability, and there's so much creativity, I think, in this game. Each type of plague is really special and different, and it's just a really fun game to check out. So anyways, thanks for joining me, and thanks for watching.